Hi everyone, it's Debbie. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. If you're new here, I'm a reseller. I've been reselling for 20 years. I sell mainly on eBay and Poshmark, and today I have a what sold video for you. I'm going to share some items that sold last month, April 2025. It is the very end of May, so it's almost time for me to get ready for my May what sold. So I thought I will quickly share some items and some updates from some previous hauls. So this is going to be a short video, but the haul that I had at the beginning of the month, the first portion of it is a what sold video. Basically, I had 10 of the items sell prior to actually getting the haul filmed. So I went through those first 10 items as if it were a traditional what sold video. So you can go back to that video if you want to see some more items that sold. And those were probably my best items that sold of the month. But I wanted to share some of the other ones and report my numbers from April, since I have been reporting them every month. In the month of April 2025, I sold a total of 142 items for a gross amount of $4,427.03. And as always, I will have a complete breakdown of all of my numbers at the end. I wanted to share these first few items because they are from some hauls that I have had. This first one sold on eBay, and it came from the Goodwill bins haul, where I said, it is just a lot of very basic items. Can I make money from basic items at the Goodwill bins? And the answer was definitely yes. And I'm going to report where I'm at on that haul. This item is not a big profit, but it adds up. This was the Vanity Fair bra, size 40C, body shine, full coverage t-shirt bra, underwire black, and then I put the style number. It sold on eBay for $17.08. My earnings after all of the fees and postage were taken out was $8.40. I paid just 28 cents at the Goodwill bins. It took 9 months to sell, and my profit was $8.12. On that haul, I brought my bucket to show you what I have left. Normally when I have a haul, things sell right away. I have my money made back up within a week or so. Then the first couple months are when things really sell fast. Then things just trickle out through the year. And by about a year's time, a lot of times I'll have 1 or 2 items left. I'm like, why won't these sell? Well, that's the case with this haul. I sourced this haul about 10 months ago. However, it took me like a month or so to get everything processed because I'm only part-time on reselling. Now, 5 months ago, I did an update to let you know where I was at on this haul. Still had 11 items that hadn't sold yet. So I went through and showed how I was revising any of them and tweaking them to try to get them to sell. 7 of them have sold since then, that bra being the last one. So now I have received a total back of $447.47. My cost of goods on that haul was $43. So I am now in the profit, $404.47. So yes, I was able to make good money off of basic everyday brands. In that haul, when I added up all of my numbers and made my estimated amount that I should receive makes a total of $429.89 that I should receive back in the bank. What's funny is so many times I have done this and the bins is like 10 times my money on just an average haul. The cost was $43 and I should get back about $430. So 10 timesing my money again on just an average haul. I think that's amazing. So I have made $17.63 more than I have predicted. Keep a notebook with my hauls, and when something sells, I highlight it. I write down all the numbers, what platform it sold on. I keep track of all of the information because having that information really helps me know what I should pick up and what I shouldn't pick up. I still have the 2 bicycle jerseys left, and I do not regret picking up any of those bicycle jerseys because the ones that sold in the beginning were incredible. Then I have this vintage nightgown, and then this poncho. And I knew when I picked it up, the comps were not great, but I thought, I'm at the bins, I'm going to try. It was cute, it was new with tags, but still hasn't sold yet. But even if nothing else sells, I feel like that haul was very successful. So that haul was a quick in and out, just picked up what I felt was just kind of basic brands. So I decided I was going to go back again, and I was going to spend a lot more time and look up comps and see if that extra time invested would really be worth it. And I had a cleaning video with that haul. I went through and showed my process of sorting and cleaning all of the items from that haul. So that was a lot of fun. And I found so many items to keep for myself, like 10 items. So had I not even had anything to sell, I ended up with some of my favorite items to wear from that haul. So one item that I sold was on Poshmark, and this was the Franklin Covey black laptop briefcase. And this one I showed in my Clean With Me video. It was such a nice bag. When it sold, I was kind of like, oh, maybe I should have kept that. It sold on Poshmark for $28. My earnings were $22.40. I paid just $3.59 at the Oklahoma City bins. It took 6 months and 28 days to sell, and my profit was $18.81. Another item from that haul was the Rebel Wilson Angels 18W, the Icon high-rise super skinny jeans. They sold on eBay for $30.90. My earnings were $13.07. I paid $1.69 at the Goodwill bins. My profit was $11.38. They took 6 months and 3 weeks to sell. Now I'll show you what I have left from that haul and where I am at. Still have a pair of Talbot's dress pants. I'm not going to take them out of the packaging, but I'm just giving you kind of a general overview. This one, Free Planet. I'm thinking now is the time of year that this might sell. It's also a men's size small, so that makes it challenging. These jeans, Bridge by Glide, have not sold yet. Then this one, I thought this would sell at Christmas time. It is the Onyx Nights. I just sold something by that brand yesterday for like $70. And Shadow Line nightgown, size 1X. I thought for sure that would have sold now. I've sold that brand several times in this type of nightgown, and it usually does well, so I think it will still sell soon. Then this one, I thought this would have sold too. I think this one is so cute. It's like WS, I'll pop it up, but it's like something like WSIII or something like that. But it's almost like a little bit of a seersucker type material, vintage, so cute. Then this one, the comps looked great. John Mark, size large, but it just hasn't sold. This one is one that I was so excited about. I almost kept it myself. It was Sutherland of Scotland, and it's like a golf pullover, green, blue, plaid. Super cute, but it hasn't sold either. So I still have 8 items that have not sold yet. It's been about 8 months since I started on this haul. I estimated that I would receive back in the bank from this haul is $852.15. Then if we take out the cost of goods that I paid of $72.46, that means that I should make a profit on this haul of $779.69. What I have actually received back so far is $625.87. Cost of goods is the same. So right now I'm in the profit, $553.41. So I still have $226.28 to go. So I don't think I am going to hit my estimation on this one. I think I'm going to fall short. And that's the first time that that's happened since I've had a haul on YouTube. I've always gone a little bit over. I don't think I'll be that far off, but I don't think I have $226 more that I'll get back on that. I felt like I should share that. That's why I think it's so important to watch not just hauls, but what sold videos and actually show how much things sold for and what the actual profit is. I wanted to update on those 2 hauls. Next, I had an item that sold from my Houston bins haul. It's been a long time. That's been a year and a half ago, but it's almost sold out. I'll show you what I have left from that haul. I'm not sure how to pronounce this, so I will pop it up. And then it says Greek dress, Kaftan Ivory. I thought this dress was really pretty and had so much embroidery that I thought this could be worth something. So I used Google Lens to look up the tag, and it pulled up a listing of a dress by that brand that had sold for like $55. But that was the only thing I found. So I knew it was a gamble picking this up, but I thought, it's the bins. This is really unique. It's worth the gamble. And it took 1 year, 5 months, and 12 days to sell, but I did make a profit. Sold on eBay for a gross amount of $41.51. My earnings were $22.04. I paid just $1.19 at the Houston Goodwill bins, and on the bins items, what I do, I weigh each item to see exactly how much I paid by weight, and my profit was $20.85. So now I'll show you what I have left. What I do is on my inventory system, I number buckets and I have a date system. If you've seen my inventory system, I have a couple different videos about it. But when I have a YouTube video and I name it a haul and I want to be sure and record in my notebook when anything sells so I can keep really accurate records, what I do is I give it a name. So the haul that was like all the ordinary things, I named it OKC 7 bins. I sourced it in July, that's the 7 at Oklahoma City in bins. So I named it that. The next one that I had the Clean With Me video was OKC 8 bins. And then I also have on here was my cataract call. So I went for an appointment after I had cataract surgery. They put some drops in my eyes and I had to go back. And so while I was waiting, I went and sourced. So I called that my cataract call. As the items start selling, I condensed them. So I had so few items left from those hauls that I put them all in this one bucket. I have just 2 items left from the haul that I call my cataract haul. And these, I can't believe these haven't sold yet, but they will probably sell soon. And I have this cute little seashell tote bag, and I might have priced it a little high because I kind of wanted to keep it, but I've lowered it a little bit, and I think I would rather it sell than actually keep it. You'll have to let me know if you like the updates on the hauls and all of the numbers. I sometimes can get too much into the numbers, and I know not everybody likes that, so I'm trying not to do too much today. If you'd like me to update the numbers on that haul when another one of them sells, just let me know. And then let me show you what I have left from the Houston haul. And I went to Houston, I went and did 3 days. I went to the Amazon store, I went to the regular Galveston store, and the Houston bin. So these ended up all combined, and guess what? I sold out of everything from the Galveston haul. I sold out of everything from the Amazon bin store. And I have just 2 things left from the Houston haul. And this one is a nightgown, and nightgowns, vintage nightgowns usually do very well. So I'm not sure why this one's not selling. This is Made, but I reduced the price today. Some of that haul I gave to my daughter Morgan. She resells a little bit also. So some of those items I gave to Morgan. I gave her this item. It's a pair of Kate Hill silk pants. They're so nice, and she just hasn't had any movement on them. So just today I took her information from her Poshmark closet and I listed it in my eBay store because I thought this is something that will sell on eBay. Wow, what a coincidence. I was editing this video talking about cross-listing these Kate Hill pants. You can see I'm holding the pants in my hands, and I got a notification that said that they sold on eBay. So it did work to cross-list them to eBay. Just 2 things left out of all of those. It was a long time ago. It was October of 2023, but the majority of the things sold at the very beginning. I got my money back right away. Great profit within the first month or 2, and then after that, things trickled out. Just a quick reminder, if you're new and not subscribed, I'd love to have you back. Just hit the subscribe button down below, and if you hit the notification bell, it will let you know when I release new videos. Another one that I wanted to update on was the Logitech mouse. I had sold one Logitech mouse that was brand new in package, and it sold for a crazy amount, like over $100. And I found another one that was used. And so I showed it in a video how I dropped the price to generate an email to go out to the watchers. It didn't sell initially. I dropped it one more time and it sold. This was the Logitech optical trackball marble mouse, and then I put tested works. It sold for $54.08. My earnings were $36.87. Sold this for my friend, but say you were out thrifting or at a garage sale and came across this mouse and it was $5, that would be a $31.87 profit. It took 1 month and 11 days to sell. I got really nice feedback from the buyer, and they said they were replacing their original one that had lasted for years and years and years. So I would definitely be on the lookout for these, and they really stand out because of that big red marble. To go over my numbers, April was a busy month. I had a trip the first week. then we were moving out of the apartment. If you've watched for a little while, I got an apartment in Oklahoma City about 3.5 years ago because that's where my parents live and my grown children. Instead of going back and forth so much, we got the apartment there. Well, I ended up not filming a lot in the apartment or showing the decorating because 2 of my kids ended up there for part of the time. And so I don't want to put too much of them out or show where they are living. So I had planned on decorating it all with thrifted items and then showing it. But once my kids were there a lot, I was like, I don't want to do that. So moved out of there. So that was a busy month. April 20th, got shingles. Has anybody gotten shingles before? It was terrible. I'll just briefly tell you, it's where if you had chickenpox as a child, the virus still resides in your body. Sometimes if you're under a lot of stress, the virus will be reactivated, and instead of having chickenpox, you get shingles. So I got shingles, and most people get it around their torso, a really bad rash. My virus must have settled somewhere lower in my spine because mine was in my hip and all down my leg, and it was horrible. I thought I had thrown my back out. The nerve pain was crazy. That was a little bit rough. And the crazy thing is, I had just told my husband like a couple weeks ago that we should get the shingles vaccination. Or when my dad had it, it was terrible. And so I was like, we are over 50. My husband's 52. I'll be 52 in a couple weeks. And so I was like, we should really get that shingles vaccination. And I didn't, and then I got shingles. To go over my numbers, in the month of April 2025, I sold a total of 142 items for a gross amount of $4,427.03. My earnings, are the amount that was deposited back in my bank account after any fees or postage were taken out, was $2,637.13. My cost of goods was pretty high, $1,251.90. Sold some for my friend, and so I paid her out. It was very little this month though. It wasn't nearly as much, but the main thing was because I purchased liquidation items. April was a really busy month, and liquidation costs more, but it is really fast and easy. So I knew if I wanted to be able to get very much listed, I needed to order some liquidation. So I did that, and that definitely saved me. And my profit was $1,385.23. On eBay, I sold 90 items for a gross amount of $3,022.43. My earnings, or the money deposited back in my bank, was $1,580.01. My cost of goods was $799.80, and my profit was $780.21. On Poshmark, I sold 52 of the items for $1,404.60. My earnings were $1,057.12. My cost of goods on Poshmark was $452.10. My profit on Poshmark was $605.02. So that is everything that I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and everybody have a great day. Bye.